Some calls don't just connect, they awaken something. Adel, a man fueled by wanderlust and an insatiable curiosity about the world's mysteries, had a gift for finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. He roamed the globe, uncovering hidden gems and forgotten lore, always eager to share his enigmatic discoveries with anyone who'd listen. He was known for his adventurous spirit and the tales that would send shivers down your spine. One day his travels led him to a forgotten village on the outskirts of civilization. Seeking shelter from the elements, he decided to spend the night at an old inn rumored to be haunted. As the rain lashed against the windows and the wind howled like a banshee, Adel sat alone in his room, the flickering candlelight casting long shadows on the walls. Suddenly, the phone on the nightstand began to ring, its shrill cry echoing in the silence of the room. Startled, Adel reached out and picked up the receiver. There was a long pause, and then a voice, raspy and hollow, whispered into his ear, "Adel, don't stay in this room. Leave now." Adel couldn't believe what he was hearing. A shiver raced down his spine, and he could feel his heart pounding in his chest. He thought it was a prank call, perhaps some bored teenagers playing a trick on him. So he tried to laugh it off, but the voice, urgent and filled with a sense of impending doom, continued to warn him, "Leave now, don't stay here, it's not safe." Then, as suddenly as it began, the line went dead. Adel was left in stunned silence, his mind racing. Should he heed the warning and leave? Or was it just a figment of his imagination, a trick of the old house? Before he could make a decision, the phone on the nightstand buzzed again, the insistent ringing filling the room. Taking a deep breath, he picked up the receiver. "Hello?" he asked cautiously. The voice, now closer, more menacing, whispered in his ear. Behind you, terror gripping his heart, Adel slowly turned around. In the flickering candlelight, he saw the full-length mirror on the wall. Its surface rippled like water, and when it cleared, he saw a horrifying sight. The reflection staring back at him was not his. It was someone else, or something else, wearing his skin. The reflection smiled, a cruel, mocking grin spreading across its face. And in its hand it held the phone that lay on the nightstand, the same phone that had been ringing. With shaking hands, Adel backed away, his eyes never leaving the mirror. The reflection moved, taking small steps toward him, its eyes burning with an eerie, otherworldly light. Then it did something that made Adel's blood run cold. It lifted the phone and pressed it to its ear, as if listening to something. A low chuckle echoed from the mirror, and the reflection spoke, its voice a twisted mockery of Adel's own. "You should never have answered," it hissed. And with that, the room plunged into darkness as the candles were blown out, one by one, until every last flicker of flame was extinguished. In the darkness, Adel could hear the sound of his own ragged breathing, his heart pounding in his chest like a drum. He stumbled back, knocking over a chair in his haste, and he could feel the rough wood scraping against his skin. But it wasn't the pain that made him cry out. It was the terror that gripped him, squeezing his heart and stealing his breath. The phone on the nightstand clattered to the floor, the sound echoing in the darkness like a gunshot. And then he heard the sound of footsteps, heavy and deliberate, approaching him in the dark. Adel screamed, a primal sound of fear and desperation, as he felt strong arms wrap around him, pulling him closer. And then everything went black. The next morning, the innkeeper found the room empty. Adel was gone, vanished without a trace. The only clue to whatever had happened was the shattered mirror in the corner and the faint imprint of fingerprints pressed against its shards from the inside. To this day, no one knows what secrets Adel uncovered in that forgotten village, nor do we know what entity he awakened by answering that fateful call. All we have are the whispers that echo through the halls of the old inn, a chilling reminder of the horrors that may lie in wait for those who dare to answer the call.